Jenean, and this is my completed vision board. And so I have a few things that I'd like to work towards, like a trip to Tokyo, Japan with my son Chandler, and Paris, France, Italy. Yeah, so I'll probably add some more things on here, but I think that is good for now. And then I put up a savings challenge, but I'm obviously not going to save $50,000 in 1 year. But I'm going to start saving money after I put a little bit of a dent in my credit card debt pile. Yeah, because it's a pile. It's huge. We're talking $27,000. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you soon. Hi, Jenean again. So, remembering that for 31 days, I'm going to find something different to do each and every day of the week. Well, not only on Saturday did I have something different, like going to a planner party and meeting with the Coffee Monster Co. fans, but also my daughter and I went to a speaking engagement at the National African American Museum in Seattle, Washington, and we heard Dana Frank speak about her book, Get Up and Get On It, and I highly recommend this book. We also learned about lending programs with zero down. So if you want to hear more about that, you just let me know and I will share information through email. All right, see you soon. Hi, Jenean here, and I am back for another planner flip through. We're going to be flipping through the pages of a few planners today. My health and fitness planner, my personal planner, my 5-year Hobonichi, as well as the planner that I've used for the journal prompts that are from Helen Wang, who is the creator and designer extraordinaire of the Coffee Monster Co. company. You can find these journal prompts on her shop and under resources and blog. Yeah. So how the challenge started is I had thought to use this planner for budgeting, and I obviously love the Hobonichi planners because I have a whole bunch of them. And so here's the thing. I had tried a few times last year and earlier this year to do what is called the budget by paycheck system, which was created by Miko Love. And you can actually find her on YouTube. She has many videos of how to budget paycheck by paycheck. And I had started a few times, so a few of these months are, there's some, they're halfway filled out for the month, and then I just didn't stick with it. And somebody did ask me if I had done the cash envelope system. Yeah, that's part of Miko Love's budget by paycheck system. So yes, I did try. And here's the thing. Anytime you're trying to change a behavior or acquire a new behavior, it does take effort, and it does take a system of reinforcing yourself. And I am a board certified behavior analyst, so it is my work to help others change their behavior. Most of my clients have ADHD or autism, so I'm very familiar with research that we use to help change people's behaviors. But that, it doesn't mean that it's still not difficult work, especially when it comes to self-change. So I was going to make this my budgeting book, and then I realized I already had a budgeting book, and the problem wasn't the planner. The problem was that I didn't have a plan for changing my behavior. So, and I knew I needed to stair step it. And what I mean by stair step it, I needed to break down the goal into some smaller, objectives. And I thought that one of the behaviors that would be really helpful would be to pay one bill a day. Even if it was paying $5 towards a debt, which I did. There was one day where I just paid $5 on a credit card. Look, there's only like 3 days out of this month so far. Today is Monday. This was yesterday, Sunday, that I haven't paid some money towards a debt. So as a result, my account doesn't have a lot of cash in it. I do have a couple of checks waiting to be deposited, but I just don't want to spend them because I need them for rent. So yeah, but this is one of the behaviors that I knew that I would need. Another behavior that I knew that I would need is, writing things down. So that budget by paycheck system is not digital. Is that what you would say? But it's handwritten, and I do a lot of handwriting for my medical notes, so that's okay. But at the end of the day, I'm usually tired, but that's the time where I really need to write down in the budget by paycheck planner the money that I spent. There's registers for keeping track of the money coming in and going out of your accounts. So then this became part of my goal. And when I saw on Facebook the journal prompt challenges, I was like, I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, whoa, I'm definitely not going to want to write an hour a day about what I did for the day. And so the journal prompts were absolutely a great way for me to expand that writing window daily, and maybe it would be more fun. And it turned out, it was more fun. And I found that out really quickly after just writing a few prompts. So the first prompt that Helen had for this month was, how do you want the next 6 months to be different from the previous 6? And then that just started the ball rolling. Sorry to use that expression. So it's pretty archaic. But anyway, so I mentioned I want to do more writing, less iPhone scrolling, more exercising, less television, because I had gained like 20 pounds since the beginning of January. More real plant eating, less processed foods, more outside, less inside. So that's my nature walk. More free experiences, less purchases. Less, do more, which that's going to be really important. This connects to my goal of do something different every day. So I've been having so much fun with that challenge. More YouTube videos, less watching YouTube news. Well, I have to admit, the big thing that's going on right now is Biden just stepped out of the presidential race. Oh my goodness. Okay. So more cleaning, less sitting, more cooking, less expensive PCC prepared foods. Actually, as I'm reading this list, I am doing a really good job. More planning, less snacking. Oh, that's so true. The time, like, I am not eating that much now at the end of the day when I'm sitting on the couch. I've got so much work to do in writing for these planners in order to do a video for you. And no lie, it is really helping that I said I was going to post and on YouTube my progress. That really keeps me honest and filling my planners out. and more budgeting, less spending. Absolutely. I last week I got my food bill down to under $150, which I'll show you because I'm keeping track of how much money I spend on groceries in my health and fitness journal. Sounds odd, but it's completely working. So I did some more formal goals over here, but I started out with this list, and then I wrote these down. Jenean will write at least 1 hour a day. Yeah. So, before I did mention I was feeling a little bit pessimistic about my very optimistic list. And so, you know what? How I feel right now during, and this is kind of redundant because I have a writing tracker back here that I shared with you. Right? It's all filled out. Well, I haven't failed to write one single day. I'm actually enjoying it, which is a good place to be when you start a new habit. But how I feel now is I really feel more confident about my ability to direct my behavior in the direction that I want to go. So this is really big. I mean, big in the sense that my perception about who I am and my identity is really changing, and I'm starting to trust myself that if I need to do something, that I can ask myself to do that, like Jenean, get up and go do your walk. Jenean, get up and go cook, because we have one Amy's frozen dinner left. But literally before, I was relying on a lot of prepared foods or in order to get through our week, and maybe I would cook once a week if I was lucky. Well, yeah. I don't know why I said if I was lucky. That's kind of weird. But anyway, so let's go to the prompts recently. If you want to know about the other ones, you can go back to my other videos. But I kind of have to go back in time a little bit because I think I'm only doing about 2 videos a week, but all of the other challenges, I think I'm doing a much better job. But the prompt for Friday was, at what time of day do you work or focus best on these preferred activities? And so I used to think that it was night, but honestly, I think that I'm really finding that to do work that is very cerebral and involves my brain and a lot of thinking versus just going on a nature walk, I'm finding that the morning time is better. So I'm going to bed a little bit earlier, and that's working out great. So one of the questions that I added to Helen's prompt was, given this information, how could you change your routine so that you how can you change your routine so that you've completed your least favorite task before goofing off? Oh my gosh, that's my dorky self writing. I don't think I thought I was going to share this with anybody. Well, in my field of applied behavioral analysis, one of our principles is first do, first do your work and then do something fun. So, in light of the reflection that I probably work best in the morning for my work and paperwork, then I'm thinking, when I get up in the morning, I need to do those least preferred tasks, which a most preferred task is, come to think about it, I love YouTube. So, and I'm starting to watch some of your channels, of my subbies. So, I love YouTube. So I just need to do my work first before I, watch YouTube on my television. All right. And I wrote kind of down a new routine. All right, so then in this column, I always write down some of the behaviors that I changed more specifically for that day. And for Friday, yeah, gosh, my writing has expanded to writing to all of you. So for those of you that send me emails, I'm writing back, and that's been a lot of fun. I hung up a vision board, which you saw. And then I got a car wash, and then I decluttered and dropped off a bag of clothes, and then I paid a medical bill. Oh yeah. So I just want to say that I was a little down this weekend because I had to pay a very big bill. It was a total of $2,000, and it was for a very important reason for a family member. For a diagnosis for ADHD, and which we suspected, like most of my family members have, and my kiddos, and myself. Anyway, so, after getting my debt down by that amount, a little more than $2,000, probably around $3,000, I had to put it on my charge card because I need to be able to pay rent. So that's a story there. Yeah. So I put a little frowny face. Yeah. But I had to do it. All right. So on Saturday, the journal prompt was, is there anything that is always at the back of your mind? This is such a good question. I mean, if you're not doing the journal prompt challenge, for the 31 days, write this question down and think about what is your brain stuck on? And then ask yourself, are you doing something about it so that you can start thinking about other things? So for me, it's money and how I've gained weight this year. I feel so uncomfortable in this body. I had gained weight during COVID, a lot of weight. I got up to almost 160 pounds, and it just felt like the world was ending, right? And I was indoors all the time. I went from very active work, which is working with children with autism and a lot of movement, to sitting down and delivering services through telehealth. So telehealth is where you jump online and you jump on a safe platform and deliver the services via your laptop or computer, right? So I was sitting, and then I have been vegan for many years and been, pretty fit. I had run half marathons. So, I was very health conscious, and that all went out the door during COVID. I ate things like ice cream. I started eating meat again. So things really changed. And then last year, after, going back and forth with probably about 15 pounds, I took it a little more seriously. And I attacked that weight through the 75 hard challenge, which actually I documented, but I never shared on YouTube. So, in fact, I have actually a photo of me after that challenge. And, mind you, I'm no superstar, but for me, after being 5'1" and weighing 160, getting back into the 120s was really exciting. Yeah, I felt great. But then, as some of you know and have been so kind and supportive about, I'm losing my mom in her battle against lung cancer. And so, she's in the active dying phase right now. And I just think that, from January onwards, I have been eating my way through my grief, to be honest. Yeah. So I love this question because my weight is just always on my mind. It faces me in the morning when I put on my clothes, and I do have now two sections to my closet, which I should share with you. I have the thin side, the right side, which I actually decluttered, and I only saved my favorite clothing at the smaller size. And then I have the larger sizes that I can fit now on the left. So, yeah, I sometimes when I think about it, I think about all this time that I could spend thinking about other things. So, planning other things, yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to maybe think about something I can do to change that. Maybe meditation, right? If you have any ideas, please share. Okay, and then money, I am thinking about that a lot, but I think that I'm trying to think through what system I want to have for tracking my money spending behaviors, how I spend my money, and how I'm not saving it. Yeah. So there is what we call cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and I think I can take a course on that as a BCBA and learn more about that. And maybe that would be helpful for getting my brain unstuck. And, I do ask the question, how can I change that internal script? And I just mentioned by following through with any of the behaviors that I've identified so that I can stop worrying and just behave in alignment with my goals, which is if I achieve these goals, then I won't need to worry about my money. I won't need to worry about my weight. And some of the things that I did different, I don't know, like I said, I hung up the vision board, which you saw in one of the clips before the planning video. And then on Saturday, we had the planner party, so I met some new friends on the TCMC, the Coffee Monster Co. Facebook website, and so we met at Mercury's Coffee in Bellevue and had a wonderful time. Did a little sticker swapping. It was so much fun. And then later in the evening, I went to a speaking engagement. And Dana Frank, the author of Get Up and Get On It, she was a speaker at the National African American Museum. And she actually is a family friend. She signed my book. Yeah, I probably uploaded a photo of my daughter and I with her. Yeah. So that's a really good book, by the way. Okay, so then Sunday, the journal prompt was, what is a short-lived obsession you had? So when I started the YouTube channel, I don't know, a while back, within this last year, I was so obsessed about, how to do it, and how to make a thumbnail. It took me a while to figure out how to change a video's orientation and how to do the thumbnails. And so I kind of made it a second job. Now I just upload the videos. There's no thumbnail. And yeah, so I think if you're thinking about just starting a channel, just do it and upload some videos. Don't worry about being perfect. As I've learned, we all don't need to have perfect. We need to have real. So yeah, I was super obsessed with it, and I was watching vidIQ, which is a great channel to refer to if you're trying to launch your channel and get understand the algorithm and stuff. They go into that. So Yeah, I spent a lot of time on that. And actually, it became like an escape from probably thinking about money and my weight. So I don't know if you ever do that where you kind of like start a new hobby or a new thing and it just kind of helps you to relax and escape the realities of life. But I am facing my realities here. And I actually enjoyed the creative part of YouTube, like creating the thumbnails was really fun. I don't have time for that right this moment, but maybe I will eventually. And then I picked it back up and established some 10 goals, all from Helen Wang's journal prompt. What would you like to do differently different from the first 6 months and in this next 6 months? Okay, so I have a new planner, and I think I briefly mentioned we have some stickers coming from an amazing stationery shop that's located in Toronto, Canada. And I'm just waiting for that so we can start something new to be announced later. All right, so health and fitness. I wrote down, like, last week was such a big week for me because I took advantage of an offer for 6 free classes at Orange Theory Fitness, and it's a couple $100 a month. So no, I'm not gonna keep it up after I take advantage of those 6 classes because I really need to pay down my debt. But it has really helped me use my treadmill and the weights that I have in the garage, and it's been awesome. So I did 4 classes in a row, and I just didn't go on Sunday. Yeah. Today is Monday, by the way. I don't do my planners till the end of the night, and then what happens is about midnight, when I'm done with all my writing, I'm too tired to do a video. So, I might have to change my timing. Let's see. So this is this week, and it's done with, and I feel really good about all that I accomplished. I copied Helen's great idea of writing the routines down, a morning routine and a nighttime routine. I took vitamins for the first time yesterday. I didn't check these off, but I did do everything except for vitamins. Let's go ahead and cross that out. No vitamins. We always like to keep it real and be honest. Yeah. But my son handed me some vitamins last night, and that's why I took them. So maybe it wasn't part of my 10 targets for the month, but that's such an easy one. So there's that. I did a great job of cooking. I cooked 4 times last week. Yeah. And then we had leftovers. So I'm feeling very proud about that. I love this. One of the planners that I met on Saturday, she gave me this. It's so cute. Okay, that was on Saturday, right, at the planner party. And then I think what I'm finding with this challenge is that I am writing more. Like, do you see, as time goes by? So I'm very excited about that. And I kind of started I drew a little picture, and I'm not very artistic. So, yeah. And then I want to learn French and Japanese. So I thought, I'm going to write a little bit in my planner because I want to go to France and Japan. And I have taken Japanese at the University of Washington, but many years ago. And I did take 5 years of French when I was in school as a kid, right? In junior high and high school. So this French shouldn't be too hard to pick up. Japanese, a little bit more difficult, especially reading and writing. But I'd love to do it. I did spend a summer in Japan, and I want to take my son there next summer. So let's see if that happens. And then I set these up through the end of the month. Yep. All right, so let's see, what else? So did I share with you my accomplishment? I only spent $147.10 for my son and I on food. So I am so proud of that, and I did track what I ate, and I did lose, well, no, I didn't lose any weight. I went from 142 to 142. But I can tell you, I feel better even though it doesn't show on the scale. So I started out the challenge right after I binged on the 4th. And then I was topping the scale at more than 150, for sure. At my highest weight, I know I didn't even get on the scale. But when I came back from my parents, I got on the scale and I was at 150. And I know I backed off from eating for a couple of days. So I'm sure it was more like 152. So this is progress in the right direction. Just these habits alone. I'm like watching how much money I spend. Like the thing is that the very foods that aren't good for me, the processed foods, the prepared foods, like that's not in my budget. So that's why I decided to start writing this, how much money per day I spent on food. And it takes away from, picking up candy or drinks at a gas station, because there's, that can cost you like $10 and you're getting absolutely no nutritional value out of it. So that's that. And then in the back of my Mega Weeks, you can see that I'm also doing some writing, right? And honestly, I'm really looking forward to my time at the end of the day. And so my son joins me and we watch TV. And while I'm watching TV, I write in my planners. And before I used to, I don't know. I was just like on and off with writing in my planners. Sometimes I would be consistent and then I would get really busy and then I would set it aside. So, I don't know. I'm liking this new set of behaviors I have. Okay, so the 5-year planner, at the beginning of the year, I started this system of focusing on 5 areas of my life that were really important to me. My weight, cooking, my family, money, and exercising. And then I didn't write in this for a while. Yeah. But here's the thing. I thought about what's important to me right now, and I don't really need to change any of my behaviors in regards to my family. Like, I really just need to focus on paying off my $27,000 of credit card debt, and which was more like 30 when I started this challenge. So I started using my 5-year planner for tracking how much money I had and how much debt I had. And so that's really helping. Now, I have to be honest, one of the days, which was Saturday, I backfilled. The reason why I backfilled is because, well, that sounds, sometimes I just twist my words around. I backfilled it. I didn't fill it out. And the reason why I didn't fill it out is because of a $1,700 bill, and I was depressed on Saturday. I just didn't want to face the numbers again because I know that I went the wrong direction, and I had to charge it again because I needed the cash for rent. So, which I've got a couple of checks that I haven't deposited that I'm saving for rent. So, yeah. but I picked it back up on Sunday, and there you go. And then I'm pretty sure my tracker that well, no. Yeah. And I didn't pay a bill on Saturday, so there would be a green mark for that. All right, so let me see. Do I have anything else to share with you? Oh yeah, I made a little graph so that I could project. And even though it's slower than a slug, my downward trend, at least it's a downward trend of losing weight. And I'm not starving myself, so I'm eating healthy, and I'm not hungry, which is always my greatest fear in losing weight, is being hungry. I don't like being hungry. All right, so I'm going to sign off, and I hope that you are feeling inspired to try something different, to do something new, to change a behavior that you do not want to have in your life. And I shall see you next time. Love you guys. And thank you so much for hanging in there with me. Oh yeah, till the end of the video. So if you are still here, send me an email, JeneanCreason18@gmail.com, and I will get back to you with some instructions on how you can get a mini sticker care package from me. All right, bye. All right, follow me because I want to show you something. Okay, we made some very economical mac and cheese, and yeah, nothing exciting too for $4 because you know we're on a budget, and we are on our last day. So tomorrow we get to go grocery shopping again. I'm like super excited. But we're down to, yeah, mac and cheese and maybe some sandwiches. And maybe you're wondering why this box has some missing pieces to it. Yeah, because I cut some cutie patootie things out of it, and they're over here. Yeah, my stove top is not very clean. Okay, don't judge me. All right, so remember how we were thinking about junk journaling, and somebody sent me, I think, an email saying, oh, you know, I love junk journaling. So I'm gonna try it. I have to find a journal for it, and since we're on a budget, I'm gonna go to Marshall's, I think, and see if I can find something super cheap. Or I could go to the dollar store too. Yeah. Okay, but I do have an idea. So I'm gonna take junk journaling a notch up so that it has a meaningful purpose in our lives. Okay, well, I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.